With The Acolyte ending last week, we now have a bit of a barren patch for Star Wars content outside of Star Wars Outlaws, that is, which is being released at the end of August, which of course I will be streaming here on the channel, so make sure you are subscribed to catch that content. Now, later this year we are due to get Skeleton Crew, a show that has been said to bring a, quote, childlike perspective to the Star Wars universe, but with all the focus having been on The Acolyte, we've yet to see a trailer for the show. So I've taken it upon myself to put together this video to run through everything that we know so far about Skeleton Crew. Now, Skeleton Crew was originally announced at Star Wars Celebration in 2022, with Jon Watts and Christopher Ford serving as the showrunners. Ford is also writing the show, and Dave Filoni is serving as the main executive producer. Kathleen Kennedy has stated that Watts originally approached her about creating the show and using the 1985 film The Goonies as inspiration. Now, if you've not seen The Goonies, that film is a young adventure tale about a group of kids trying to save their homes from being foreclosed in order to build a country club. They find a treasure map and have to compete with a crime family to find a pirate ship that is filled with said treasure. So the premise primarily sounds like it's based around having a light-hearted, fun adventure, which in all honesty I think is quite interesting. Something light-hearted to bring the Star Wars community together would be most welcome. Now, the directors for the first season are Daniel Kwan, Daniel Scheinert, David Lowery, Jake Schreier, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Lee Isaac Chung. Kwan and Scheinert previously wrote and directed Everything Everywhere All at Once, a film that won 7 Oscars in 2023, so certainly they have the pedigree to make something really good. Lowery has won accolades for A Ghost Story, which he wrote and directed. Schreier is set to direct the upcoming Marvel film Thunderbolts. Bryce Dallas Howard has directed episodes of The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, and Chung directed the Mandalorian episode The Convert. Now, as for casting, Jude Law is set to play the main character named Jod, bit of an odd name, who is rumoured to be a Force user. There are 4 other young characters, and their names are Vim, Fern, K8 and Neil. Jaleel White has also been cast in the show in an unknown role. Now, filming for the show began in September 2022 and was wrapped by the end of January 2023. The volume was said to have been utilised quite a bit during filming, but also some older techniques such as stop motion animation have been used as well. Now, the only thing we know of the plot so far is that it is based around the same time as The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, so that post-Return of the Jedi era, and that the 4 young characters make a discovery on their home planet that results in them getting lost. They then have to join up with Jod to try and find their way back home. Now, in terms of leaks, there have been relatively few for this show so far. There was a Lego set that was revealed with the names of the characters and a first look at the ship that they travel on called the Onyx Cinder. And in that, each of the kids seems to be holding something that looks a bit like a lightsaber, but with this being a Lego kit, it is difficult to tell. Now, there was a bit of footage shown at Celebration 2023, but it didn't really give much away. It just kind of reinforced the premise and gave us a first look at some of the characters on the big screen. Now, in the same format that's been with previous shows, there is going to be 8 episodes in this season of The Skeleton Crew, and I think it's safe to presume that the runtime will be somewhere between 35 to 45 minutes for each show, if it is going to follow the pattern that we've seen with previous Disney Plus shows. So, with us being less than 6 months away from release, I think that we can expect a teaser trailer around September-October time, and then a full trailer in November. Now, personally, I think the premise sounds quite fun, although I am very wary of shows that build its stories around young characters, because like working with animals, it can be very hit and miss. Now, it has a lot of talented people behind it, and until we see some really solid footage, all that we can do is just wait and see. So, what I'd like to know is, are you looking forward to Skeleton Crew? Do you think that a light-hearted adventure is what we need right now? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't, please again do subscribe, leave a like on this video. We will be keeping up with all of the news for Skeleton Crew and Outlaws as it comes. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you for the next video.